Today we're going to be building 4 shoe storage containers or boxes, and at the end of this video we're going to see which one has the best quality. So let's get into it. The first brand is this one, Seseno. This is what the packaging looks like. Let's open it up. It has an instruction manual. So let's take out the products. For this particular build, it's going to come in 3 pieces. As you can tell, it has the plastic, a back and a front. So let's begin building it. So we're going to open it up. We have to make it into the shape of a box. Bend it a little bit more. We have the shape that we want. And as you can tell, it has tabs on the side, and we're going to fold these inward. Same thing on the other side. Pretty simple to do. Here's a close-up so you can see the thickness and how it kind of moves. But it's going to get some stability when we add the other 2 pieces. Okay, so here we go. One thing I want to add before we continue is that make sure the pins line up on the same side. As you can tell, they're sticking out on one side but not on the other. Okay, so this is the front. We're going to begin with the back. You see underneath, just gonna slide that in here. Once you have it, it's going to make a clicking sound, just like it did on that side. There we go. We do the same thing with the front. On purpose, I'm going to add it incorrectly just to show you how to take it off, in case you do that, because I know it might happen. There we go. So I did add it incorrectly, like I said, so we're going to open it up. And in here, it has like a tab, if you can see it. You're just gonna press down on here in the center and lift up. Press down. And you lift up. Do the same thing on this side. Press down. There we go. So I want to demonstrate that, because I know it can happen. So like I said, we make sure they're on the same side. Yeah, it's not hard to take off, it just takes a little bit of patience. There we go, solid. Opens up. Close up. Has the ventilation holes in the back. As you can tell, the box keeps its shape pretty well. Okay, on to the next one, and then we're going to compare it at the end. The next brand we have is this one, Shoepreem. What I really liked about this one online is the presentation, so that's why I ordered this one. What the inside looks like. Comes with some stickers. The instructions as well. So let's start building. And just like the previous container, this one comes in 3 pieces. The plastic box. You can see how thick it is. A front and a back. So let's start building. You make it into a box. start shaping it. There we go. Let's straighten it out just a little bit. Okay, you can see it has the logo right here, and that's going to be the front. The front's going to go right there. So we're going to start bending the tabs downward, inward, on this side as well. Flip it over to the back side. This helps keep the box in that shape. And just as a reminder, when you put the front and the back, make sure the tabs line up on the same side. That way when you build your box, it's going to open towards the left side. But if you do happen to put the openings on the top, then your door is going to open towards the right side. It could be just a preference thing if you want to build it that way, but just keep that in mind. Go start with the back end. Try to do this a little better so you guys can see. So it looks like this underneath. And there's a space. You're just going to drop it in there. There we go. It is supposed to make that clicking sound. Okay. Now let's do the front. There we go. There's the click. There we go. Nice and solid. Nice little touch with the logo. Alright, on to the next build. The next brand that we're going to be looking at is called Aoteng Star. Hopefully I said that correctly, but I'll put the name down in the description or down at the corner so you guys can see. But these next type of shoe storage boxes, they're going to be the thicker plastic. So I wanted to do those so you guys can see what they look like. There's the packaging. Come with his instructions, some foam. And on these type of storage boxes, it comes in a lot of plastic that we gotta remove. So let's get into it. So let's remove all this plastic. It's gonna be 5 pieces. And the door is gonna be number 5. Now with number 5, you are going to have to break this plastic. And just slide it out. Now that we're organized, we're going to begin by grabbing our number 3 piece and putting it in front of us. Once we have that done, we can grab our number 1 piece and our number 2 pieces. One thing I want to show you guys is that the number 2 piece has like a bar on this side but no bar on the other side. Same thing with the other one. Has a bar right here but no bar on that side. And that's what we're going to use to connect the number 1 piece. That'll make our job a lot easier. Okay, so we slide our number 1 with our number 2. Do the same thing on this side. There we go. Okay. Show you again one more time. There's that bar right there. It's just going to slide in here. And we can drop it inside. This is what it looks like so far. We have 3 pieces, the front, the box, and the top. And we're gonna do the same deal. There's a bar on this side and not underneath, as you can tell. And we're gonna use that to drop it on top. Okay. And the next step is going to be to add the front to the box. The best way to do it is to leave the opening on the top. And then the front's going to have inserts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And also some inserts in the corners. Just gotta line those up. Okay, there's one. We heard the click. Another click. There's another click. And we're going to be careful right here. This is our Aoteng Star shoebox container. Drops down in the front. Comes back up with the magnetics held into place. It does come in a glossy black, and if you have oil on your fingers, you are going to leave some finger marks. Also, if the light hits in a particular angle, it is going to reflect. So just be aware of that if you decide to pick this up for yourself. It's real glossy and shiny. Alright, on to the next one. And the next brand that we're going to be looking at is called Songmics. And it comes in 2 of these boxes and 1 set of instructions. See what they look like. Let's take a look at the packaging. You open it up, has some foam. And this type of shoe container box is also the thicker plastic. Let's get into it. This one also comes in several pieces, so we're going to remove all the plastic first. Here's the front. And just like our previous counterpart, going to remove the plastic. There we go. Now that we have all our pieces organized, we're going to set one of the bigger pieces in front of us. And we're going to grab the smaller side ones, and we're going to insert them. On one side it's going to be smooth, and on the other side it's going to have these little tabs. If the camera can capture that, these little tabs right here. That's going to go on the inside. Okay, the smooth side on the outside, the tabs on the inside. And you're just going to drop them. Right here. There we go. There we go. We do the same thing on the other side. The smooth side on the outside, and on the inside goes the inserts. Dropping down until they click. There we go. Fold these inward. We do the same thing on the top. We're gonna fold this piece inward. There we go. This is what our box looked like so far. So you can see the thickness. Okay, we're going to add the front. So we're going to open the front to make it easier. That's what we want to hear. You press down on the corners. I built many of these, so kind of used to hearing the clicking sound. Okay. This is what our box looks like, all done. Real smooth. And it has these holes on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come with these little inserts or tabs that you press down. Then you can begin to stack them. There's going to be 4 holes at the bottom as well. So very convenient. You don't really have to worry about too much about putting pieces in correctly, like making sure this is upside down, because it looks exactly the same all the way around. And then at the end you just add the inserts. If this was on this side, I mean, you could just flip it over and add the inserts right here and it would open this way. So that's very convenient. Okay, so now let's see how all these 4 containers stack up against each other. When you purchase these shoe boxes online, they are going to come in sets. What do you get for your money? For the Aoteng Star, you get 3 sets for $60. For the Shoepreem, you get 6 sets for $63. For the Seseno, you used to get 12 sets for $40. Now you only get 10 sets for $40, which is still a great deal. This is going to be the best deal out of all of them. And for the Songmics, you get 12 sets for $107. Also, the plastic, as far as durability or material, if you have heavy shoes, you can see that it bends a little bit. So if that's going to bother you, it's probably better to go with the hard plastic. The one thing I didn't like about this one is how glossy it is for this black. When you're opening this shoebox, you are going to leave a lot of fingerprints, like I mentioned. So that for me would be something I would not be looking for. I also wanted to mention that the hard plastic shoe boxes are better for stacking up real high. They're going to be more sturdier than the thinner plastic. As far as building these, which one was easier, which one was harder, I'm going to say that these 3 felt pretty simple. They weren't too difficult at all. I would say about the same difficulty. The Aoteng Star takes a little bit more practice because you have to like really look at the pieces. So you really have to take your time when you're building these types of shoe boxes. Also, as you can tell, these type of shoe boxes, they open towards the side. This one opens down, this one opens down. Now this one opens more the long way, so you're going to be able to see your shoe sideways, which is a nice little detail. Now for this one, your shoe's going to be looking straight forward. So that's all preference, depending on how you want to store your shoes or showcase your sneakers. Okay, overall, what kind of shoe box would I choose? For me personally, I would love to choose these right here, because for the price range and how they look, and for the material, because this is hard plastic, you get 12 sets for $107. For this one right here, you get 3 sets for $60. So 6 sets is already $120. It's way more than this counterpart right here. And I do like how it looks with the shoe straight forward. Like, it doesn't bother me at all. So again, I hope this review helped you out. You're able to see what you like, what you don't like. Looking at all these shoe boxes, they all get the job done in my opinion. It just all really depends on what you're looking for. Hopefully this review was able to help you out, and I'll catch you on the next one.